Hello, I want to talk to you about vowels. What are vowels? Vowels carry the frequency, the pitch of our voice. They are the sounds that we make. There's such a variety around vowels because it depends where you come from, what country, and your accent that comes along with that. That shapes the vowel. Not only that, but the vowels are also change. They also change when you move your larynx. So if you have the perception that sound is out there or it's over there as opposed to directly in front of you, you're going to alter the balance of the vowel. When our vowels are balanced, we have a better sounding voice because we can project our voice better. We also have less fatigue, and we have the ability to create more variety in the quality of the tonal impact that that vowel can create. So what we want to be doing is understanding how to create balanced vowels. And what do I mean by that? Well, the vowels are made with the vocal cords, the mouth, the tongue, the jaw. So the way you use your tongue and jaw and how you close your vocal cords, which is in the information on that is on the other video just before this one. The way you use your mouth, particularly your tongue, is going to shape that vowel. So what we want to make sure that our jaw is always relaxed. Okay, so you can actually put two knuckles here right where the jaw is and drop your mouth to get a jaw that's loose and open. The other thing you want to do is make sure your tongue is softly sitting behind the bottom teeth in a relaxed way, and it's not scrolling back to the back of your throat. Then you get that kind of Kermit the Frog sound. Okay, so it's really important that our face, our mouth and our tongue, our jaw is all relaxed. The other thing to be aware of is that the larynx can slide up like that or go very deep like that. We want to be keeping our larynx stable horizontally right here, very stable, without lifting or lowering when you're making sound. So sometimes this will happen if you think you have a larger audience. You will tend to stick out your neck and lift. Or if you want to sound deeper, you tend to do this. And all of that movement in the larynx affects the vowel quality. Ultimately, what will happen as a result of that, you'll experience fatigue, lack of clarity, monotone, and hardly any volume, because then you're going to have to force your voice to make sound. So what we want to be doing instead is having that freedom in our sound to allow it to just project easily and effortlessly, really. So one of the things to be aware of is to say, for example, if I said the word after, I say after. So it's it's and the reason why I put the before the vowel sound is because if I was just sitting around relaxing, not trying to speak at all, and I made a sound, it would be So we want that relaxed spacing there where the larynx is, and then we put our vowels there. After. So that's my optimal pitch there. So then we can say e, e, o, oo. So all these vowels, and there's so many more. There's a as in say. All of those are vowels that will carry our words, and our words carry the meaning that we're trying to communicate to our audiences. So it's really important that we make sure that when we are speaking, that we have our vowels balanced. And again, in summary, what that is make sure that the jaw and the tongue are relaxed and open, and that there's no tension in like clenching my teeth, making sure that my larynx is staying stable. It's not rising and falling to make sound, and that I'm using the full capacity of my mouth to speak with absolute freedom. And being aware that is the natural resting position of the larynx. So if you have a very strong accent, there are ways to soften the accent by changing various things that will impact the quality of your vowels. And in turn, what that means is that the quality of your speaking will be clearer. And when I'm working with people, what I do is I listen to what is it that's making that sound the way it does. And I then make the changes by using vocal exercises. So I want to tell you that I do have a vocal exercise program that you could purchase, and it's got files in there that you could track with examples, and you could go through them and learn a little bit more about your voice and exercise it, so then you are better prepared when you've got your important gig of getting up and speaking, or if you're running your workshop and you're going to have to speak for 3 or 4 days. So our voice can age, and as we get older, our voice does change because the hormones in our bodies change. And if we're under stress, it changes. If you're smoking, it changes. So it's important we understand how we can harness our voice so then we can speak with influence and power. So thank you so much for listening to this. And just a reminder that we have 2 other videos, one on breath and one on vocal cords, that you can check out and learn a little bit more about breath and vocal cords. Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you one day.